Shalom, shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah. This is Brother Gubar Ya'Allah coming again with another video / lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashin Yoshai. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect. Kwam Yasha'Allah and a ball. So this is going to be a Nuke update. It's going to be an update to the video that I did 3 years ago, and it's in regards to China and what they're doing and in terms of building up their nuclear arsenal. So about 3 years ago, I made a video back in 2021. Now originally I found the article on RT News, which is Russia Today, but for some reason I'm being blocked. I can't get to RT, and well, I can go on the website, RT's website, but I just can't find the article. And I checked it because I went back on my other video and I got the article, but for some reason I just can't get to it. It's weird. So I just found an alternate website going into the same thing, and it's from The Guardian, and it says China building more than 100 nuclear missile silos in the desert. And I believe that's the Yumen China desert, or another word for it is the Gobi Desert. I believe that's where they're situated. So 3 years ago, they were building ICBM silos. They were under construction 3 years ago. So now they're expanding their arsenal. So these nuclear weapons, they're going to be the same weapons that are going to be placed in those silos. So China is not playing around. They're getting ready for nuclear war. And you can find nuclear war written in the scriptures, but the Spirit has to be dealing with you to understand that. And there are many scriptures, there are many precepts that go into nuclear destruction. But you won't get this in the church. The church won't tell you that. The church, when you go to the church or when you go to these different black leaders, they're not warning you of the things to come. What they're giving you is a prosperity doctrine, especially the Christian church, especially black consciousness, which that's really a joke. Going into the Nation of Islam as well, they're not really preparing you for the things to come. And the scriptures, it talks about thermonuclear destruction, and it's going to come to America, well, really to the whole world, but mainly America. And these nations, they're getting ready to destroy America, and China is one of them. So hey man, they're building up their nuclear arsenal, and they're not playing. Now let me get a precept, because we're here to give you prophecy, and that's what the prophets did. They said things before it happened, and we said, I said this years ago, and now it's playing out. They're building it. They're working on their missiles, getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's what the Lord wants. So anyways, let me get Jeremiah 28 verse 8 here. Jeremiah 28 and 8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, and China is one of those countries, because China is going to be destroyed. And also when you go into Isaiah chapter 6 verse 6, it says, I believe roughly paraphrasing, it says, we have heard of the pride of Moab. We know how proud Moab is, and this is them showing pride, man. Oh yeah, we're going to get stronger than the US, and we're going to take over, and we have just as much guns and weapons as you do, and we're going to take over. Well, that pride is going to be taken away from you, because the scripture says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty look before a fall. So Moab, you're going to fall. You're going to fall miserably. You're going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. And guess what? Yahushua is going to destroy you. And you're going into slavery, Moab. You're going into slavery. right? So, and really, you come from a very base origin, man. You know, the way you respond is very, very low, very, very base. When you go into Genesis, the 19th chapter, man, you're a child of incest. So you have nothing to be proud about, you so-called Chinese, man. But pursuant to Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, you know, the Lord, he set up the basis of men to rule the earth. And you're a superpower on the earth, Moab. You're a very strong nation. You're very powerful. But, hey, man, the Lord allowed it. But I just want to say, man, you so-called Chinese, you have nothing to be proud about. Because you're going into slavery, and you can't even enter into the congregation, I believe, until the 10th generation. That's messed up. That's how dirty and disgusting you are in the sight of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And the scripture says it, not me. Okay? So, get your shit straight, man. Anyways, I'll read a little bit and then I'll get some precepts. But I didn't finish this one. So it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. Yeah, so we're prophesying against many countries. And isn't China a country? Yes, they are a country. So yes, we're going to prophesy against China, and we're going to prophesy what's going to happen to China as well. And America, aka Babylon the Great. And against great kingdoms. So yes, that goes with a country as well. China is a kingdom. America is a kingdom. They have borders. They have a military. And they have rulers and leaders and governors. And against great kingdoms of war. And that's right, we're prophesying of war. Nuclear war especially. Nuclear war is on its way. And they're getting ready for nuclear war. And we're telling you this. We're telling you this. So we haven't changed. We have stuck to our guns, right? And we haven't changed the formula. We haven't changed the breakdowns. We've been telling you the same thing over and over again, and rightfully so, because our nation is a very stiff-necked nation, and they're very hard-headed. So we got to keep repeating ourselves. Really, the Lord has to keep repeating himself, and he's doing that through us. So we've stuck to the foundation. We stuck to the scriptures. We stuck to the Lord's program. We've been telling you the same thing. We haven't changed anything. Starting with our elders and apostles, we haven't changed anything. Okay? Anyways, it says, and of evil. That's right, evil. Evil is bad times. Right? Bad times are coming to this earth, whether you believe it or not. If you think it's bad now, wait till the future, the near future. When people start eating each other, when the nukes drop, what are you going to do then? Well, there's some very serious and turbulent times, man. And that's something that we have never experienced as a species, man. Nuclear destruction. Talking about mankind. So, you think it's bad now, wait till destruction. What are you going to do? And of pestilence. And that comes in the form of locusts, bugs eating your crops, but also the missiles. The missiles is a form of pestilence too. It's a plague. Verse 9, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known, that Yahweh hath truly sent him. Okay, and when things play out, then you're going to realize that the prophets were here. But right now, you guys aren't going to acknowledge the prophets. You're not going to see the men on the highways and byways of prophets. You're just going to see them as bums. You're going to see them as lazy. You're going to see them as crazy. You're going to see them as loners, losers, or whatever the hell you're thinking. But when the word comes to pass and all hell breaks loose, then you're going to realize, wow, that guy was saying the right things, and I should have listened to him, and I should have trusted the Lord. But when you get to that point, it's going to be too late for repentance, because the doors of probation are going to be closed and sealed tight, just like in the time of Noah. When that ark was sealed, nobody could get in or out the ark And that was your ass. If you were in that ark, you were safe. But if you were outside, you're destroyed. You're dead. And that's going to be a majority of you people, especially the 2/3 and the rest of the undesirables that come out of our nation. Okay? And you heathens. Okay, so let me go to the article, read a little bit of it. No, I don't want the app. No, come on. Okay, here we go. No. Hold on. New tab. Here we go, history. Here we go. Here it is. Okay, so. Okay, how come I can't read it? Come on, man. It won't let me pause for 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, alright, I'm back. I had to actually download the app. I don't know, for some reason, before it was giving me the option to just read it off the website, but I had to download the app. Whatever. So, it says here, China has begun ramping up diplomatic pressure on the U.S. concerning nuclear issues while simultaneously strengthening its own nuclear capabilities. According to the Financial Times, Beijing, the only permanent member of the UN Security Council that has committed to a no-first-use nuclear policy, called on other members in Geneva to uphold this commitment and criticize Washington's measures to protect its allies. China has formally proposed that no first-use policy become a key international consensus and priority. However, the U.S. and its allies, along with analysis, view this as an attempt by Beijing to deflect Western criticism of its expanding nuclear arsenal. That's right, true. Because they all have the bomb. They all want to destroy the states. They all want that power. And that's because of what happened during World War II when the atom bomb was dropped. That scared the whole world. And that made these different nations and their armies commit to developing their technology and getting stronger militarily wise. I believe it was the miracles of the beast. Those were some of the miracles, dropping fire from the sky, sky fire, and that scared the whole world. But now these nations, they're not scared anymore. They have the bomb, and they're just as strong. Anyway, the article is going to go into it because China, they're saying that they can rival the U.S. when it comes to having nuclear weapons. So it says here, however, the U.S. and its allies, along with analysis, view this as an attempt. Okay, I already read that. China presented a draft treaty or declaration on no first use to the UN Security Council Committee in Geneva, which is preparing for the upcoming review conference of the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. Additionally, China condemned the U.S. security guarantees to its NATO and Asian allies as a serious violation of the NPT, demanding their repeal. At the same time, China is expanding its stockpile of nuclear warheads and modernizing its delivery systems, leading some foreign officials to believe that the country could soon rival the U.S. and Russia as a nuclear power. There you go. The Pentagon forecasts that by 2030, China will have more than 1,000 nuclear warheads, double its current number, and 4 times the amount estimated 6 years ago. Beijing is actively constructing missile silos and deploying submarine capable of carrying nuclear weapons. And that's true. Beijing is actively constructing missile silos. Well, that's Beijing, but China has been constructing silos. That's why I just want to call this really a nuke update, because it refers back to, well, I'm referring back to the article that I have here. Let me pull it up. Here we go. No, thank you. China building more than 100 nuclear missile silos in the desert. Right? So there you go, man. And, you know, they're building up their silos out there. So they have a lot of silos. And it's actually more than 100, by the way. It's more than 100 silos. They have way more silos than that now. Well, by now they do. But they have been building this for some time now. Okay? Alright, so hey, China's serious, man. China's not backing down. And this is all a part of prophecy. That's why it says 200,000, 200 million missiles are gonna bombard America. So the Lord is allowing them to stockpile and build up their arsenal, and this is all for destruction. All right. So hey, don't sleep on this. This is just an update. Don't sleep on this. Now I want to get Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. But the vision will not lie. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. That's right. Prophecy has an appointment date. The vision that the prophet saw, it didn't happen right away. It was going to happen in the future. So that's the job of a prophet, a seer. They tell you things before it happens. They get the vision from Yahweh Shem Yoshai. They write it down in the book, and then they go out and they speak about it and they warn the people, whether the people hear or forbear. But at the end it shall speak. At the end it will speak and not lie. That's right. It's going to play out the way the Lord wants it to play out. The way it was written, that's how it's going to play out. And the way that destruction is written, it's going to happen very, very brutally. It's going to go out through fire, man. Fire is going to consume this place. Talking about America and different parts of the world. And you can't stop it. Though it tarry, that's right, though it tarry. It may seem like it's not going to happen. It may seem like the prophecy is being delayed. But it isn't. And you know, really, that goes back to Revelation chapter 7. The angels holding back the four winds. Because we know in the spirit this place should have been done, blown up already. Man, look at all the evidence that is out there. And I'm going to use this one example. I'm going to use the general that was under Trump when he was in office. I believe his name is Mark Milley. I think he was a 5-star general. I think he might have been a 4-star or a 5-star general, but it doesn't matter. But he actually committed treason against the country by hiding nuke codes from Trump. He actually went against the president because he thought the president was going to nuke China, and then by default, obviously, if you nuke China, China's going to nuke you back. So he was worried that Trump was going to destroy this place, will really destroy the whole world. So people look at things like that and they think, oh, this is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. But that goes back to Revelation, the 7th chapter. Matter of fact, I'll pull that up. It may seem like things are tearing, but it's really not. Things are on schedule. It's just that the Lord, he's sealing the elect. All right, so this is Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, I'll start at verse 1. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. That's right. So destruction is being held back by the angels. And they're working on the minds of the kings of the earth, which are your leaders and generals, right? Different rulers and military men that are in charge. Verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And to get a better idea of the sealing, of the Lord's servants, you would have to go into Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, and the 4th verse on down. That seal is talking about the Thawa. So this is the main reason why destruction has been so-called delayed, which it really hasn't been delayed. Everything is on schedule. So when people see things like the example that I just gave with Mark Milley, the general that was under Trump while he was in office, taking away nuke codes, people are like, oh, destruction will never happen. And even reading articles like this, going into the no first use policy. I'm not going to shoot the missiles first. They wrote a treaty, they wrote a contract stating that we're not going to use our missiles, but eventually it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. So till the elect is sealed, that's when the destroying wind is going to be let loose. So it's going to happen eventually. Let me see, what do I have? Revelation 12. Let me see if I was just thinking about that. 12 and 12. Nah, I don't want to get that. Actually, I want to get Isaiah 16, going into the pride of Moab, because this is just Moab showing off. It's very proud, man. Accusing the U.S., but then you're building up your arsenal, and you're going against what you stand for, kind of. You're all about nuclear proliferation. Controlling the nukes and making sure people don't make any more of them, but you're still building them. You're a very proud nation, man. Very proud. Very, very proud. But anyways, let me get Isaiah chapter 16, verse, where is it? Verse, pride of Moab. Can't see it. Moab. I know it's in Isaiah. Here we go. It's in the 6th verse. I just passed it. So this is Isaiah chapter 16, verse 6. We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud. That's right. He's very proud. Very, very proud. Very, very proud. Very pompous. Even of his haughtiness and his pride and his wrath. But his lies shall not be so. He's a liar. And isn't he a liar? He's accusing the U.S. of doing certain things. Building up its arsenal and you have all these nukes and all this stuff, but it's estimated by 2030 they're gonna have 1,000 nuclear warheads, right? Double what they had going back 6 years ago when you go into the article. So they're not about nuclear proliferation, right? They're just about making themselves stronger and taking over. Bunch of liars. Like they want to bring peace to the world. They want to take over. But that's not going to happen. All right? And, even going back to the ancient world, the Moabites were known for their pride. They're notorious for that. All their neighbors that were around them, they knew they were proud. And that was really a shame upon them, It's not a good thing. But that nation, man, they forget their origins, man. The baseness of their origins. Their origin, I mean. The way you respond wasn't good. Right? It wasn't good. Because you were spawned out of incest. But now you know how to use guns, Now you know how to build bombs. You're a fucking incest baby with a gun in your hand, in a suit and tie. And that shows the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. That shows how powerful Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not playing, man. He's a dangerous power, man. the father of all spirits, the father of lights. He is very, very dangerous, man. Very, very dangerous. So anyways, I don't want to ramble, but let's get Genesis the 19th chapter. I believe it starts at the 30th verse. Because what happened after Sodom and Gomorrah with Lot's two daughters, it got to the point, that destruction was so bad that they thought there were no more men on the earth. And that's why they made the decision to sleep with their father to bring forth seed. Because they thought there was no men on the earth. That's how bad that destruction was. It's like, holy shit. Yo, what are we going to do? So anyways, this is Genesis chapter 19, verse 30. Lot is debased. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his two daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us, after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Damn, he was really drunk, man. For you to do that, you have to be really, really drunk, pissy drunk. That's some date rape shit. That's messed up. Women are dangerous. And man, it was women that invented date rape, man. Some date rape shit right there, man. That was crazy. But it wasn't a date. And you women complain about men putting stuff in your drinks, with roofies. I remember that growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s. I used to see that on the news a lot. A lot of men were spiking a lot of women's drinks back then. I used to see that on TV. And you women were complaining about that. But you women do that too, man. You women are dangerous. Now it says here, and they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and she perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father, let us make him drink wine that this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father, and the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day, and that's the so-called Chinese. So, hey, man, your origins were very, very base. Your father was tricked into having sex with his daughters, man. Right? Date rape. Date rape. That's your origins, man. So, hey, you Moabites, you have nothing to be proud of. Nothing. You guys should shut up. You guys should shut the hell up. But it ain't gonna change. You're set up to be proud in these last days. Well, you were always proud, but prouder now. Verse 38 says, And the younger, she shall also bear a son, and call his name Ben-Amin. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. So that's going into the Japanese. Which, Moabites and the Ammonites, they're siblings, they're brothers. Chinese and Japanese. You're not the same people, but you're brothers. You're related. And there's beef between them. There's beef between them. They have bad blood too. But man, this shows you the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And you Moabites, man, you shouldn't be proud. You Moabites shouldn't be proud. You Moabites forget the baseness of your origins, man. And that's your origins are very infamous, man. And that really goes against the law of the Lord. Incest. And you can't even enter into the congregation of the Lord forever. I don't think it's the 10th generation. I think it's forever. I think it says that. Let me see. I think so. Let me just go back to the law. I think it's Deuteronomy 23. Deuteronomy 23. And yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's not to the 10th generation. Okay. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse let's start at verse 2. Why not? A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Yahweh. And no, this pertains to the Ammonites and the Moabites. Now it says verse 3, an Ammonite or a Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever, because they met you not with bread and with water in the way when ye came forth out of Egypt, and because they hired against thee Balaam the son of Beor, of Pethor of Mesopotamia, to curse thee. All right. Yeah, and that's what it goes into as well, due to your wickedness. But also, you're an incest race, man. All right? I just have to put that out there. But yes, it's because of your wickedness and what you did to us. But also, a part of that comes with you being an incest baby. You're very unclean. Very unclean. Very dirty, man. Anyways, let me get Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. Now it says here, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over the basis of men. That's right, and Moab is a base man. We use this for the so-called white man. He's a caveman. He dwells in a cave. But you Moabites are base too. Base. You're going to rule the world and take over and run it the exact same way how the United States govern the earth. That's what you're going to do. That's just America 2.0. China's America 2.0, doing the exact same thing. Except that you just eat abominable foods and you're really dirty, man. Right? But anyways, man, that's the power of Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. He can set up base people to rule the earth, to be capable of using nuclear weapons, man. Base. But it is what it is. Now, with that, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect. Kwame Ashala and Abad Babal. Shalom.